Alright, out in the garage again. I didn't film much of it. Just having a piss poor day, but I want to fix Veronica and go for a drive. I had things going. I went for a cruise and everything was running fine and dandy. I need some light. And I took it for a cruise the next day and it just all of a sudden run like complete garbage. And I narrowed it down. I believe the points finally need to be adjusted. So I took them out. And if you don't know, those are the points. Pulled it out, cleaned the contacts. I got it put back in. I had to run to the store, get some feeler gauges. So I was turning the motor over because I have it in gear and I'm just nudging the car. So I will get my feeler gauges. I will put this to 006. Hold on, I gotta see what I'm doing on the feeler gauges, and I'll try to show you how to adjust it. I got new feeler gauges. There they are. Now, let's see. Get the camera pointed down onto what I'm working on. See. All right, so it says between 4.0 and 0.5. So I got this tightened just enough to where I can move this, but it'll stay in place. I got the wire out of the way, and then this should be just enough to slide through, and it's too tight, so I need to make it wider. There's this little nub in the distributor and this little catch on the plate here for that, and you can hold on, let me get my other, where's my other screwdriver? There it is, my smaller screwdriver, and I can twist that a little bit. And then feeler gauge. Now I have the little plastic pad that's on the high side of the nub on there. That's actually, oh, it needs to go farther away. So let's spin it the other direction. Maybe that'll help. Use the nub. Pry that. That is, it just slides just enough. Let me do just a tick more. Just a little bit. Sounds good to me. A bigger screwdriver. Hopefully tighten that without spinning it anymore. Nice, good and tight. Good and tight. That's the way it needs to be. And what am I hitting on something? What am I doing here? Does it have bad? It's got a tip on it, I'm guessing, right? I gotta do that again. That does not seem like it's supposed to be flat, or is it supposed to be? Oh, maybe all that other stuff was not going, just in case it wasn't going. Anyway, I showed how to do the adjust the points and stuff. The cap is grody. I don't have a spare, so I'm gonna just see if it starts, and then I'll order a all full electronic one, and just want to drive it around until that shows up, and I'll get that put in hopefully before the show. Oh, battery's dead. Back in the garage. Need to change the distributor. I'll just keep going until it dies. I don't know if I can get in there close enough. See, the tips are burnt. And yeah, it just started running like crap. Anywho, I need to change everything. I'm not going to replace that stock. I'm going to upgrade. I got an HEI, so now I got to pull out the carburetors to get to the sparky plugs. Make sure she's on top dead center, because when I bring you back, I will tell you the fun stuff that's been happening with that bad boy. All right, and we're back. All right, timing. Put it on top dead center, right? Ooh, bright light. You're supposed to. That don't help nothing. One. Anywho, there's marks on the pulley down there. I think you can see them. See the little mark? There's a big gap in between those ridges, whatever, and then there's a mark. That's supposed to be top dead center. Then it says, everybody on the interwebs, like all Volkswagen engines are the same. It says that the rotor will point towards this little denty dent in there, and that's number 1. Negative. So this, let me put this back on the way she was. I rotate that over, it's going to end up on this one, which is number 1. 4, 3, 2, right? It's in the proper rotation, but it's the opposite direction. According to the Bible right there, that is correct for a type 3. So anywho, I'm gonna start completely over. Gonna take off the valve covers, take off the carburetors, pull the number 1 spark plug, and then I'm just gonna, where that's at top dead center, I'll figure it out. I watched a couple videos. I got a high performance Volkswagen thing where both of those will be closed, so the springs will be all the way out, and then number 3, I can't remember which way it'll be, the exhaust, I believe, is going to be compressed. That's when you know it's top dead center on the firing order for when I put the new distributor in. So I'm going to get the carburetors off, spark plug wires out, spark plug on number 1 out, and I'll bring you back once I finally figure out how to do this. Like I said, I ain't done this since 1992, I think, was the last time I messed with any Volkswagen engine, before last year when I bought this. So I'm like relearning everything. And one thing you have to remember when you buy a car that somebody else has worked on, something is going to be of their own creation. Plain and simple. If you buy a car from me, it'll most likely be filmed, and you can figure out what that creation is. All right, we got an update. The lovely wife came out and saved me because I was searching for a bolt that I thought I lost. I did not. You saved me. Frustration. Here's where we're at, y'all. Remember I showed you the timing marks that were on the fan. I don't know. Where's my light? Where's my light? Okay, I got it on top dead center. I went through the whole, what is it? Suck, squish, bang, blow, doohickey. And he's got a timing mark on there, but he scratched it 180 degrees off from the timing marks. I don't know how you can put that on incorrectly, or if it's from a different year. Anybody Volkswagen guys know that? But I am here. This is where it was pointed to number 1, which is supposed to be on a, this is where it's supposed to be according to the Bible right there, that Volkswagen Bible. But it's also supposed to be matching that mark. This is where my confusion was from somebody who doesn't do this very often at all. And anywho, I believe I got it in top dead center. So let's get that distributor out and then get the other one hopefully put in. Yeah, hopefully put in. So distributor I got plenty of feedback from this. It's supposed to be superior, works great. I got the whole kit with the new coil, new plug wire, so I don't burn up the other ones. There's the mount, and I believe that's the new screw for it. Comes with a mount for the coil, so it's gonna pretty up this whole area and get rid of that big blue thing that's there. I'm gonna just kind of drop it in the hole to cover that bad boy up, read all the instructions, and go from there. Hopefully, I got a thing out on the interwebs asking for some help because of all the things are just a little bit not kosher. I don't know if they're bad or not. I'm just overthinking it. Not sure what it is, but I'm gonna plop it in the hole to cover the hole up, get everything closed up just for now, reread the instructions and see if I'm doing something right, or if this engine is just, how is it still running kind of thing. How do they ever get it to run? I don't, it seems like everything's 180 out. I don't know how that can work, and it ran so well. I mean, 200 miles. Vroom, lickety split was awesome. But anywho, let's come back for that. Next problem is this big beautiful thing rubs on my fan shroud, so I'm gonna have to get one of my father-in-law's tools that he bought and never used and get the thing ground down so it's fit. Now this is what I was just bitching about. This right here, it comes with the longer stud. That's not a big deal. But here's the screw. That how are you supposed to tighten it up, fellas? It needs to be on this back side here, so you at least have some sort of chance of doing it. Type 3. I ordered a Type 3 square back. It's not the same. It's not a bug. It's not a bug. Hey, it's not a bug. Okay, so I went back on the website and realized that I need to pay more attention to my reading comprehension. It does work on the Type 3, but you have to do modifications clearly. So I've already trimmed the fan shroud. I got it, let me just show you. I got it in. Oh, jeez. Changed out the old, the stud, so it's in there. To tighten the bracket, I got it on there just enough to where I can move it. So once I get the timing set, happy, happy, joy, joy, I'm gonna have to pull it out, tighten that nut, and then put it back in, because I'm not getting a wrench down in there. I got to get it pluggy for that. Other than that, I'm just trying to make sure that it's at top dead center, because nothing is matching up. And yeah, I don't want to fry nothing starting this thing up, and now I got 2 days to figure it out. All right, y'all, end of the next day. I tell you what, I just sent it. the rotor is pointing towards number 1, which is going towards number 1, and then 2 is over here. Right, so 1, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everything's going. Coil is hooked up. I apologize for it, but I'm just gonna send it because I don't know. It's at top dead center. It's just this timing mark is things really throw me off. I don't know what's going on. I'll have the wifey fire it up. I think that'll give me enough power for timing light to see where it's at. It's got the springs in it for max 20 degrees, so it'll put me at 30 degrees at high RPM. But we will see what's going on.
Okay.
All right.
What am I doing?
Crawl in there. I can do the throttle and everything from right here. I just don't know if I'm gonna get.
Do I need to do anything other than turn the key?
You got to push the button and make sure it's in neutral.
Oh, frick. I don't know how it is. Yikes!
You've done it.
Oh, where's my shoe?
It should be in neutral anyway, but
I would assume.
I don't know, pull it back.
I pushed the brake like I was gonna go somewhere.
Okay, now pull. Yeah, you were. All right, so turn the key and then push the. Well, you got to do the flip that lever. No, it's already on. So turn the key. And then push that button. Okay, hold up. Wait till the... Okay, try again. Crap. Again.
Why is it so smoky?
Probably because it's leaking like its own bitch. Yeah. Alright, anywho, it runs, but something else is still kind of goofy because it's popping and smacking. And it's leaking like crazy because clearly I didn't get the valve cover on properly. Anywho, well, that's a success. I still have no clue why that pulley is backwards, but it runs. I'll just have to tinker with it. Thanks for watching, y'all.